Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Oh, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability. It is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. My name is Neil.
In the Matrix, and I gotta tell you, this is crazy. You see all the business credit card funders out there. You notice something? How many? If you look around, you got Fund and Grow, Business Credit Suite, and there's like, I don't know all the names of them. There's so many of them, it's ridiculous. Pay us $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000, and we'll tell you how to build your business credit with a bunch of shitty baby ass credit cards. Doesn't matter what your profile is and how it gets set up, but this is what happens when you go into business credit. What's wrong with that word? Let's call it business cash, business loans, money. So if you do it right, like I do it, you'll get business credit lines and business loans. The smallest that are going to show up are 100,000 and up. 100,000 increments and up. First round is 100,000. We'll probably get it like 3 or 4 times, and that's with your corp having nothing on it. Yeah, that's how we do it. You're not buying trade lines. You're not buying this bullshit program that's going to lie to you, because they know they're lying, because they're just getting credit cards, and you might get, you'll have baby increments. Credit cards, even if it's zero interest or whatever, you're destroying your corporation. You might as well throw it in the trash. It's just like when people go get funding on their own and they go get Capital One for $300. Then you got everything else behind it all super small. So the other problem is, if you do your funding right, you're going to have big loans on your file that's going to get bigger loans, and then the corporate credit's going to get big loans and bigger credit lines, all 100,000 and above increments. First round. Second round, you're talking like $200,000 to $300,000 increments. Then the third round, you're talking $500,000 increments to $1 million. Within a year later, you're at increments of $1 million to up to a total of $10 million in funding. Now, all these guys are advertising, doing this mass marketing stuff. It's retarded. Webinars and everything. You go listen to it and get you into the corporation super early. And they're telling you to get your personal onto your business as fast as possible. Well, that's all backwards. You get your personal lined up, set up nice and big, then you do the corporate credit, nice and big, corporate loans with credit lines. That's how you do it. If you do it the opposite way around, I even see some clients go out and then they go get a bunch of business loans that, like, if it's not turn downs, they're $5,000, maybe $15,000 are business loans, and they just destroyed the whole corporation. And I'm not even talking business daily pay loans, because those go against the corporation, because, well, as you know, once you have that, well, you probably don't know, but you stack them, you get more than one, they're automatically in default. And anyhow, once you do get them, you can't get the real good loans at the low 5% and the 5, 10, 15, and 20-year loans, because you have the daily pay and it's a toxic loan, and no lender wants to touch it because it tells them that they are going to be a high-risk borrower, and probably default because they are stupid. That's the way the lenders look at it, because they think they can't run their business, because they think if that guy took a daily pay at a shitty, super bad rate, and it's such a high-risk loan, They will not give you a prime rate loan at 5%, 5, 10, 15, 20 years because they think you're a high risk, bad decision because you can't make good business decisions. So the only way out of those into a prime rate loan is if you put up collateral like your house. That's what happens. So the daily pay loans don't even count. So you're really screwing up the file then. Plus, every real lender looks at that as desperation, and everybody that sees desperation from an underwriter's perspective knows that those desperate people default all the time. And that's why daily pay lenders, once you get a daily pay, you're never getting out of it for the most part, unless you put up your house or some other hardcore, like your business building or whatever you got. Other than that, you're stuck with that forever. You just got that shit ass 30%, 35%, 40% compounded daily, paying out $20,000 to $25,000 a month total on your $100,000 loan. Then you miss one payment, the payments can double and triple, and then it's bye-bye, you're gone bankrupt. Those are the worst loans in the industry. So everybody that's new, they hand them out like crack. So you want to ruin your file? Business credit cards and daily pay loans. That's the fastest way to go nowhere, go backwards, and never get any money. That's very key to what you're doing with your big picture. If you want to get big money, you got to do it the right formula, the right method, and in the right order. I mean, if these guys want to sell anything, they should just be selling mass marketing because they don't know shit about funding, and that's why you notice none of them have any proof of funding. All they have is credit card proof of funding of like $10,000 to $25,000 increments, and then all the other, maybe there's like $150,000 here and there that is words. It's not proof of funding. It's just them said we funded, but they're still funding people on daily pay and all this stuff. Anyways, that's the matrix. You're in the matrix. So it's a bunch of poor people taking poor people's money. The blind leading the blind. It's so. What we can do right now is we've got corporate credit loans and lines right now for people with nothing on the file. If you have a hardcore 730 and above, low DTI, and large loans on your file. You have a house, that's big time. If you don't have a house, don't put one on there because you can't get funding for 12 months after. But we have the whole path all set up. Anyhow, that's where we are with this. I'm going to go over some other things in the next videos about how to invest and get your money set up and get things going. So basically, if you're enticed about all this business credit this, business credit that from all these credit card idiots, and then them telling you all these little tricks and hints about what's so-called valuable information, I would be very careful about what information you're taking in and what you're doing with your file, because these guys don't have millions, never had millions, don't even have money. They have marketing. They sell the business credit, and that's what they're selling. Small baby increments, which is ruining your corporation, ruining your chances of big funding. So, just saying. Alright, that's that for this video. That is your public service announcement. You want to get big money, then we put it in big things, and then we keep going.